Hi.
My name is Zoya. I'm 20 years old. And this is the story of how I started speaking English. Not just speaking, but thinking, feeling, and living in English. But it wasn't always like this. In fact, I used to be the shyest person in the room. Let me take you back to where it all began. When I was 17, I hated speaking English. Not because I didn't like the language, but because I was scared. Scared of being wrong. Scared of saying something stupid. Scared of people laughing at me. I remember those school days. The teacher would ask a simple question like, "What's your favorite color?" And I'd freeze. I'd look down, avoid eye contact. Inside, I knew the answer. But outside, I said nothing. I wasn't dumb. I was just afraid. Then one evening, something changed. My best friend was watching an English movie. She waved and said, "Zoya, come sit." I sat down beside her. I didn't understand much, but something inside me clicked. The characters were saying simple things like, "I'm so tired. Let's go. Are you okay?" I didn't speak, but I listened, and slowly I began noticing patterns. I started watching more movies, series, YouTube videos. At first with subtitles, then eventually without. My ears were learning before my mouth even tried. Then one night, something unexpected happened. My group chat had gone quiet. Out of nowhere, a friend said, "Let's do a 10-minute English-only challenge." We laughed, but I typed, "I'm in." For the first time, I wrote in English without worrying. Simple things like, "Bro, I'm hungry," or "Today was so boring." It felt funny. It felt new. And it felt real. We all made mistakes, but no one cared. That night, something changed inside me. I realized English didn't belong to textbooks or teachers. It could be ours, too. Still, typing was one thing. Speaking? That was different. When teachers asked questions, my throat tightened. My palms got sweaty. My brain froze. So I made a promise to myself. Just one sentence a day. That's it. Not a full speech. Not a conversation. Just one small sentence. I began with the simplest things. "I need water." "What time is it?" "This tea is good." One sentence turned into two. Then three. Sometimes the grammar was wrong. Sometimes the words were strange. But it didn't matter anymore. Because I was trying. And that made all the difference. And then I discovered something magical. Talking to myself, in the mirror, while cooking, before sleeping. I'd say, "Zoya, you look nice today."
Or,
"Today, we will speak with confidence." There was no one to judge me, just me and my reflection. And that's when I began to own my English voice. My best friend Sarah was better at English than I was. One day, I told her, "Don't laugh, but I want to practice." She smiled and said, "I'll help you." We started sending short voice notes. Simple things like, "Can you say that again?"
or,
"I didn't understand." And we made a small promise. From now on, we'd greet each other with "Good morning" in English. It sounds silly, but those little things built big confidence. Later, I joined an online English class. After 2 weeks, the teacher announced, "Everyone will give a 2-minute speech." I panicked. I almost quit. But I stayed. I wrote a tiny speech. Practiced in front of the mirror, over 50 times. When the day came, my voice trembled. My hands shook. But I spoke. And afterward, someone messaged me, "Your voice is so calm." I loved it. That one message changed everything. Then came something unexpected. One morning I woke up and thought, "I'm so sleepy." But in English, I froze. Because for the first time, my brain didn't speak in Urdu. It spoke in English. After that, it kept happening. I'd think, "Where's my phone?"
or,
"This is fun." It didn't feel forced anymore. My mind had started switching on its own. I was beginning to think in English. At 19, I got a part-time job at an office. Some of my colleagues spoke English. At first, I avoided it. But slowly, I started using simple phrases. "Can you help me with this?" give me 5 minutes. Thanks for your time. One day, my manager said, "You're very polite. I like that." That felt like a trophy. And I kept going. Then came the moment that changed everything. My little cousin asked, "Zoya, how did you learn English?" And I smiled. Because just 3 years ago, I was the one asking that question. Now I was the answer. So here I am. From scared silence to confident sentences. From fear of mistakes to learning from them. From watching movies to thinking in English. If you ask me what helped the most, I'll tell you this. Watching movies and YouTube videos with subtitles. Mirror speaking, even just 5 minutes a day. Shadowing native speakers. Talking to myself out loud. Casual texting with friends. Speaking just one sentence a day. Finding people who encouraged me. And allowing myself to laugh at my own mistakes. Because the truth is, fluency doesn't start with perfect grammar. It starts with bravery. And English isn't just something you learn. It's something you live. So if you're listening to this thinking, "I wish I could do that," trust me, you already can. Start with one sentence. Whisper it if you have to. Say it to yourself. Say it wrong. Say it scared. But say it. Because one day, you'll wake up thinking in English too. And you'll smile, just like I did. Thank you for listening to my story. Now it's time to begin your own.